Lesson 60, fractional part of a number, part 1, and percent of a number, part 1. And percent of a number, part 1. So we are going to translate into math. So I'm going to put the word math in quotes. So when you see the quotes in the translations, you'll know that's the math term. So is, if you see the word is, that means, usually means equals. Equal to. So if I say 5 is 2 plus 3, it just means it equals that. And usually of means times, yep, or multiply. What number, so if you're reading your story problem and it says what number, it means we're going to put in a W sub n, or you could use any variable. Again, a variable is a letter, but we're going to put W sub n so we know we're talking about what number. So we're going to do some examples and then how to translate it and actually solve. So here's example 1. What number is 5/10 of 20? So if we translate, we have what number, so that's W sub n, is means equal, 5/10, we have our of, so that's times 20. So if we do 5/10 times 20, we can divide our 20 by 10, which is 2, times it by 5. So what number actually equals? Wait, what are we doing? 10. Oh yeah, wait, what? 2 times 5, so it's 10.
You can switch 5/10 to 1/2.
You can take 1/2 of 20. That would work, definitely. So all we did was translate. We're using our language skills, each part of the sentence or the question into math. So here's another example. 3/5 of 150 is what number? So we have all of our English words, the of, the is, and the what number. So we just plug in the math terms for it. So 3/5 of, in this case, means times 150, is replaced with the equals. What number replace with W sub n? So we do 150 divided by 5 is 30, times 3 is 90. So 90 equals what number? Here's another example. What number is 40% of 80? Now, percent is something that we have to translate. That's one of the things we have to translate it. So it's over 100.
40
Yep.
over 100.
40 over
Which is
100.
4 over 10, which is 2 over
So we're going to do what number, W sub n, is, means equals. 40%, we're going to put 40 over 100. And we'll reduce in a minute because this is our notes. We've got to tell what we did. Times would be for the of, and then 80. So we know that 40 over 100 reduces to 2/5. Times 80 equals what number? So we do, what if I did 4/10 times 80? That would be better because then I could divide 80 by 10 and get 8 and then times by 4. So it'd be 32. Or you could divide by 5 and then times by 2, but I think it's easier to divide by 10. So I'm going to go like this, 4/10 times 80, because 4/10 is the same thing as 2/5. So 8 times 4 is 32. And my what number is 32? Now I'm going to do one more example that has a lot more words in it so that we can talk about how to translate that. So we have $8.96 with 8% sales tax. What is the sales tax? And then what is the total cost? Oh, so this is also our percent of a number, part 1. So all this up here was fractional parts of a number. Here's percent of a number here and here. So when you go and buy something at the store, in Utah we have what's called sales tax, pretty much on everything except for prescriptions. They even have tax.
Yeah.
If you go to Nevada, you're not taxed on food. And there's some other states where you're not taxed. Montana doesn't have sales tax, so that's probably really nice. You notice a difference when you go there. But when it says what percent, that means the percent of your total cost. So we're going to take 8% of $8.96, and that will be our sales tax amount, what we have to add on to the total. So if we do $8.96, again, we can't have the percent there, so it's going to be 8/100ths. So I'm going to write it as a decimal and multiply. So that will tell me what is 8% of 896. 8 times 6 is 48. 8 times 9, 72, plus 4 is 76. 8 times 8 is 64, plus 7, 71. Now if you notice, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have to underline 4 numbers and then put a decimal. Now here's the problem. We're talking about money. We can't write money with this many decimal places. We have to round, so we only have 2 numbers on the left. So we look at the 6, and that 6 tells my 1 to go to 2. So sales tax is 72 cents. Now total cost will be $8.96 plus 72 cents. So we'll get 8, 16, $9.68. And that's our total cost. So that's the end of the lesson, and we're going to do our lesson practice.